Hi Dr. Tamoy, my name is Suria. So today my group will be presenting our answers for case 2, the price is right. Before I begin, let me introduce to you my group members. So these are my group members, me myself, Safri, Muna Munira, Akila, Muhammad Kamarul Aman, and last but not least, Fatin Shahira. So this case is about Sri Suria Hotel, who offered hotel accommodation and on-site event management services to its clients. There are 4 types of facilities for event, including meeting room, conference room, private rooms and ballroom. So currently, the board of directors of Sri Suria Hotel raised concern about the minimal profit margin gained from the event management activities. Therefore, the cost controller of the hotel has been asked to prepare an effective pricing strategies to the board. However, in our opinion, there are many other factors that must be taken into consideration in order to achieve optimum profit margin and not only just an effective pricing strategies itself. So, the first issue that we found in this case is regarding the business level strategy. The first problem that related to this issue are Sri Surya Hotel Management consists of unnecessary layer organization or repetitive job. The second problem that related to this issue are Sri Surya Hotel Management unable to provide convenient service procedure to their customers. There are many layers of organization or repetitive job happens in Sri Surya Hotel. This hotel should apply tight cost and overhead control as well as cost minimization in all activities. For an example, there should be few management layers to reduce overhead costs. In this case, overhead cost increases because the company has to pay more employees. As you can see in the chart, there are many unnecessary managers. For example, this outlet manager. It is not necessary because there is only one outlet of the hotel. Moreover, reservation, front office, room and housekeeping are all repetitive job scope, as these can be handled under one department, which is operational department. This food and beverages manager and director also shows unnecessary layer of management. They should be categorized under one department as well. All of this layer and repetitive problem would make barrier for Sri Surya Hotel to create competitive advantage in terms of cost leadership. In this problem, in terms of ethical consideration, what if Sri Surya Hotel consider to manage their organization more efficient and effective? This means that they remove all the unnecessary manager in the organizational chart. So, Sri Surya Hotel may be able to achieve cost leadership. Also, overhead costs may be reduced, which eventually will increase the profit margin of the hotel. And last but not least, each of the employee or manager can maximize their job capacity. This also means full utilization of each labor.
Hi Dr. Tamoy, I am Safri. I will be presenting on the first issue, business level strategy. Problem number 2, Sri Surya Hotel unable to provide convenient service procedure to their client. When we look into the case, Mr. Sanjeev at the first list mentioned that we aim to be preferred hotel not just by our fitting and furniture but also to our client and customer. Eventually, when we look into the term condition of the booking, they said that all booking are subject to the availability and certain package may not be available on certain requirement. Meaning to say here, their aim are not consistent with their action. I give you some example. When the customer book the same AV and equipment with the other customer, the customer will be borne the cost of the equipment have been booked outside the hotel. Of course, the customer did not happy because they have to pay more. So, Sri Surya Hotel unable to gain competitive advantage because they are unable to provide the best services and unable to offer lower cost than the other hotel. For the ethical consideration, what if Suria Hotel are able to provide the best services and reduce unnecessary costs in order for them to compete in the competitive market? If they manage to gain competitive market by providing unique services and impose lower charges to their customer, I can guarantee you Suria Hotel able to achieve um, average profit margin 30% in the competitive market. They also should develop a strategic business plan in order for them to compete in the competitive market and able to adapt with the external changes as the rapid growth of internet that had a massive impact to the hotel industry. Okay, now recommendation for the two problems under issue number 1, business level strategy, based on the article of Nanda Kumar et al. 2010, and level strategies performance and the moderating effect of environment and structure. It is recommended that for the companies at all level organization to focus on their competitive advantage by applying comprehensive strategy. For example, value chain analysis, activity-based management. And this will enable the companies at all level organization to compete in the competitive market. Thank you.
Hi Dr. Tamoy, I will present the second issue of Suria Hotel, which is corporate level strategy. The problem occurring within this issue is the hotel has outsourced their decoration activities, which value creation had been forgone. Corporate level strategy is a strategy that focuses on gaining long-term revenue, profit, and market value through managing operation. Based on anniversary dinner event, the decoration is not borne by the hotel and fully using outsourcing services. Therefore, all of the revenue from the decoration activities will be used to pay the supplier. As we can see, the hotel didn't gain any value added from these activities. What if the hotel consider to implement the following recommendation in order to increase the hotel values? If the hotel decided to implement the SRM in their operation, it may lead to cost saving, where it develops a mutually beneficial relationship with the suppliers. Second, it may lead to consolidation of supply team, and lastly, it may also boost supplier-led innovation. Meanwhile, if the hotel decided to implement the vertical integration, first, it may offer more cost control because the hotel is able to control costs more closely and earn more profit. Second, the transaction costs are lower throughout the supply chain, and lastly, it may avoid supply disruption. Based on our studies, we found that there are two best options for the hotel to create values for their business. If transaction costs are lower than administrative costs, it is best to implement SRM in their operation, and vice versa. SRM is a collaboration between the company and its suppliers to create and bring values for both organizations. Below is the process model in achieving the effectiveness of SRM. It involves 4 core activities, which are segmentation, governance, performance management, and supplier development. All of these activities will incur transaction costs as below. On the other hand, vertical integration is a strategy whereby a company owns and controls other businesses along its supply chain in order to control its values. Based on our studies, there are 2 types of vertical integration, which are forward and backward integration. But in this case, we recommend the hotel to apply backward integration that focus on suppliers. After the merger and acquisition, the hotel may incur the following administrative costs. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi Dr. Tamoy, my name is Akila binti Muhammad Anta. So I will proceed with the third issue, which are the strategic costing management. So strategic costing management is a process of reducing total cost while improving the strategic positions of a business. This can be accomplished by having absolute understanding of which costs support a company's strategic positions and which costs have no impact. There are two problems related to this issue, which are problem A, Sri Suria Hotel are mainly using traditional costing, which does not fit with mass services entities. And problem B, Sri Suria Hotel does not have proper costing analysis. So here the first problem are Sri Surya Hotel are mainly using traditional costing, which does not fit with mass service entities. So from the case study, we found out that a mass service entities is the company or organization that serve many customers. So for like hotels, Sri Surya Hotel, they are on-site event management, which will serve many customers in one time. And the next one, traditional costing systems are simpler and easier to implement, but are not as accurate as a modern costing system. And the last one is a traditional costing system can also result in significant or under or over costing. In the illustration of costing and pricing practices, the cost controller of Sri Surya Hotel has stated in Table 3 and Table 5 on the two recent events, the method of calculating in traditional method whereby they are using percentage of cost to price or total event revenue. This traditional method is incompatible to mass services such as Sri Surya Hotel. So for the ethical consideration, what if Sri Surya Hotel implement modern costing rather than traditional costing system? So there are two types of modern costing that they can use, which are ABC costing and target costing. So ABC costing, it can assist the management of Sri Surya Hotel to eliminate low value added activities and reduce unnecessary service delays, which cause extra costs to be incurred. By applying ABC costing also, it helps management to achieve profit maximizations, improve customer service quality and market share. And for target costing, it is an approach to determine a product life cycle which should be efficient to develop specific functionality and quality. By applying target costing, Sri Surya Hotel can increase in effectiveness of management ability to attract more customers and increase profitability of company by reducing the overall cost of the services.
Hi Dr. Tamoy, we will continue problem B under issue 3, which is Sri Surya Hotel does not have proper costing analysis. Sri Surya Hotel are applying cost estimation for the overhead cost without laying out proper analysis. By referring to the diagram, the overhead cost allocated 8% of total revenue for both events, which is can over or under costing. This shows unrealistic calculation. Next, cost of salaries estimate without having a proper marginal analysis. This is because both events has no labor management system. We move on to ethical consideration for this problem. What if Sri Surya Hotel have a proper planning in costing management? First, they can manage expenses and budget, lead them be more efficient and effective, able to measure budget performance, and to avoid them from any wastage or overcosting occur during implement this project.
For recommendation, as per article that we found, which is Strategic Management Accounting and Business Strategy, a loose coupling, we conclude that Sri Surya Hotel should have strategic costing management to control their costs. The first one, by applying ABC system. ABC system or ABM is based on the definition of the activities performed by the company, which is they consider the ultimate causes of indirect costs. Second one, by applying value chain costing, which is propose an approach to accounting that considers all the activities performed from the design to the distribution of the product. The third one, by applying marginal costing, which is the technique of costing fully oriented towards managerial decision making and control. It can also be used in combination with techniques such as budgeting and standard costing. They should consider using this method instead of traditional costing method. That's all from me. Next presenter will continue by Fatin.
Hi Dr. Tamoy, I'm Fatin Shaira binti Mohamed Fauzi. So our last issue is pricing strategy. Pricing strategy is a way of finding a competitive price of a product or services. The management should consider everything before they price a product or services. Price is the ability or willingness of the customer to pay and of course the profit margin. Next we move to problems. The problem is Sri Suria Hotel are applying cost plus strategy that is not suitable in a competitive market. Cost plus pricing does not factor in their prices charged by competitors, which is not same price with the competitors. Second, Sri Suria Hotel end price is too low and give away a potential profit. The third one is cost plus pricing is only suitable in a contractual situation since supplier has no downside risk. And the last one is this result in a substantially different margin than the standard margin, which is 30% in the event management business. The ethical consideration for this issue: what if Sri Suria Hotel adopt a right price strategy to meet the average profit margin of 30%? First, Sri Suria Hotel can generate more revenue and significantly will earn more profit. Second, they are able to position themselves in the market and can decide the right price for every event accordingly. The last one is, since the price is right, Sri Suria Hotel is earning more profit and indirectly can cover the overhead costs. Our recommendation for this issue: Sri Suria Hotel should adopt competitive pricing that focus on competition-driven prices and able to achieve average profit margin of 30%. Competitive pricing is suitable for the company that has similar services. According to Tanya and Derek, the article claims that prices are decided relevant to those of competitors. Competitive pricing may well apply to medium share companies and competing against high share competitors. For example, local hotels competing with international hotel chain. The reason why Sri Suria Hotel need to adopt competitive pricing is because of the bargaining power of buyers. The customer can threaten an industry by forcing down prices, and the customer or potential customer have the right to choose for higher quality or more services and playing competitors against each other. This action can erode industry profitability. Last but not least, the competitive price can attract customers and indirectly pressure your competitors, where you can offer same price as them but with the quality or unique services.
That's all from us. Thank you.